Hi, I'm Stockard Channing. I'm currently starring on Broadway in other desert cities, and I'm here at Broadway.com to answer your questions. I can't remember my memoirs. Don't forget, I'm of a generation that forgot an awful lot of stuff. So, you know something, I'm kind of on good old Lyman's side in that, you know, when I like to think about stuff in the past, but I don't know if I want to share. For so many reasons. Oh golly, I've worn a lot of crazy costumes. You know, they're all a little crazy because they all try to transform you into somebody vaguely different. I don't think I've done anything really incredibly wacky, though. I think I've been spared that. So I'm not giving you a very good answer to your question. Probably someone who will go online and look at the files and find some oddball picture of me would come up with the answer in about 10 seconds flat. Was feeling very much of a failure at the time because I was a little too old to be, I think I was the oldest member of the entire company, with maybe one exception. And I was very discouraged, and I went and asked if I could audition for one of the female leads of the play, which they found terribly funny because this particular female lead had to be Spanish, Hispanic Spanish. I think, I can't remember if she was from Puerto Rico or not, I think she was. And however, I sang them a little song in Spanish, and they said, oh, you know, why give it to her? She'll never go on. And I did, and I was pretty good at it, so good that they asked me to go in the national company, and so there you go. It was an experience that started out oddly disheartening to the point I thought I should just give all this up, and ended up being a launching pad to my entire career. Yes, Allison, Martin, I've talked to. Yes, actually, most of them, Richard, Schiff, I've seen over the years, etc. I think probably Allison I've seen the most because we had a lot of mutual friends. But anytime I do see any one of them, I'm terribly happy to see them because they're a great bunch. Ooh, deep question, Gilly. I don't know. To be honest, I really, really don't. I'd like to say it was Abigail Bartlett because we all want to be grand and the First Lady of the United States, but I don't know. I couldn't really say. I really couldn't say. I don't know. She'd probably be pretty successful. I think she'd be some sort of entrepreneur person because she was pretty ballsy, and I think she'd be out there, you know, heading some sort of dot-com-ish company or something like that. She'd be out there sort of swinging that Scottish hammer over her head. Never watch, haven't seen it, saw it when it came out, and saw it when it came out again. That's it. Twice. I have to be honest with you, I haven't really been on Broadway this long, and I've done a lot of work at Lincoln Center, which is not physically Broadway, although it's technically Broadway. So I couldn't really tell you. I will tell you, starring at a Broadway show right now is a lot better than being in the chorus and an understudy 30 years ago. And so Broadway, I know, has changed. There's like 5 million more people on the streets, but for me, it's a lot better now. They were definitely in their girl crazy heyday. It was quite magnificent to be around, and I was kind of fly on the wall through it all, and they were very close pals then, and for all I know they may still be. And so it was like, what'd you do last night, Jack? Ay, 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 ay. And, you know, but they never hit on me, which was incredibly disappointing and vaguely insulting. But, you know, it was kind of an amazing experience. No, I have to say that I have some familiarity with those ladies, and playing Louisa Kittredge, I had to find myself having more compassion for those ladies, and that because I realized I myself was being a bit of a snob about the whole thing. I didn't have much sympathy for them, and I learned to I learned to have sympathy for them because a castmate of mine, we were in previews, said to me in the hallway, said, "Oh, a friend of ours came, we loved Weezer." And I said, "Why do they like Weezer?" Because at that point I thought Weezer was just sort of an Upper East Side twit. And he said, "Because she tells the truth." And the nickel dropped and they went, "That's what she does, she tells the truth." So, it's a good lesson, and we should have compassion for people that we think we know but don't really know. I would have to say playing Polly in Other Desert Cities is, I think, most challenging because she is I think she's very different from me in personality, certainly in background and certainly in life experience. And I was a little concerned about playing her because I didn't want to comment on her. I understood what she had gone through and going through. Forgive me for being so mysterious, but if you see the play, you'll know what I mean. And I was concerned, frankly, because I think she's a bit older than I am, and you can easily play people younger than you are because you've been there. But to play someone older and from totally different life experience than I've ever had, I got a little nervous at that. I couldn't pull it off, but this doesn't seem to be a problem, especially the age thing, I'm afraid to say. And, so it was a big challenge. It's tough. When you consider what Polly did, that's, we're talking about crime here. I mean, we're talking about life-saving techniques. So I think if Polly was threatened, or any member of her family was threatened, she would wipe the floor with them. Vera does not have that kind of, sort of animal instinct. She's tough, but I think she might just write a check and walk away. Thank you so much for your questions. And if you're in New York, come see my show, Other Desert Cities, at the Booth Theater.